But someone who literally just sits here and says, I'm just going to watch someone else's work all day. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just watch this video. And I'm just going to talk over it. And I don't really have much to add. I'm going to make a joke every once in a while or have a reactionary face like, hey, stupid reaction or whatever, right? I don't think that that's valid content. And I never have. And I've told you guys that over the years. That's why I don't want to do that. And everyone does it, by the way. Take a look at any content creator, from the smallest of the small to the biggest of the big. When they have a day when they just don't want to do any work, they do a react video. Okay? It's called lazy.
Yesterday. That's right, folks. And our boy Phil has come into that rank and is now doing lazy content. My lord. I hope you guys like the new intro. Yes, anytime our boy DSP is talking about DSP reacts, we're going to add that intro into the front of the video and talk about it, being that it is his new, well, it's not really new, but it's his new double dipping scam for his den heads. And we here at Do These Streams like to remind Phil of his past statements regarding react content. So what is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And today we're looking at our boy DSP's daily rap video from early this morning or last night, wherever your time zone is, right after his pretty shitty or crappy day streaming. So our boy Phil maxed out at about $62 in tips for the whole day, and yeah, it wasn't good, especially with his day off today. So I'm not sure if he's gonna have enough money for Burger King for him and Kat, so they may need to split a chicken sandwich and maybe just drink some water today for their Valentine celebration. And in the keeping in spirit of Valentine's, I added some heart bubbles for our boy DSP. So let's see what he has to say today.
Alrighty, everyone, good evening and welcome to the daily wrap for what was Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, also known as Valentine's Day, but I was here all day long on stream. My day off is tomorrow, and I had a great day. Overall, quite a good day of chill fun and advancement in the games that we played. Certainly not the best day of support, but not every day can be great, and it wasn't that big of a deal because this week overall had been very supportive. Thank you so much for that.
It isn't a big deal, but of course, if you guys caught my video of HogSnort's Legacy and $10 Tip Odyssey, you would see that Phil brought it up nonstop. I think on every video, I clipped them talking about support, probably about 8 to 9 times in each video. So, Phil, you don't need to play these games. We understand that tips are the liquidity of your business, and you need it for your WWE champions, and you need it for your day off, and you need it for your Valentine's Burger King dinner that you're gonna have with your girl Kat. We understand that, man. We understand. It's okay. It's okay. Luckily, you did make out like a bandit the other day when you got like $600 or whatever it was when you were being a lush for $100 per drink. So yeah. So let's keep going.
Let's talk a little bit about it, shall we? So, how did the week go? Well, pretty darn good, all right? Today, we had a chill level 1 podcast where, quite frankly, there just wasn't that much to talk about. So we had a whole hour of Q&A. So if you like it when I do random Q&A with the viewers, this is definitely your podcast to check out from this morning, okay?
Random Q&A, Phil? Every single podcast for the last month has been nothing but you doing Q&A. You do like a half hour or 45-minute segment of you just doing QA because you got nothing to talk about. So instead of cutting your podcast short, you simply just ramble on and answer the same 20 questions that you answer every single day.
Okay. Hogwarts Legacy. More really big progress today. Started doing more missions for teachers, like popping these balloons on your broom and ended up unlocking a bunch more spells. Started exploring some of the open world map with some interesting quests and advanced the plot to a pretty good plot point as well that advanced at the end of the stream the season. So I think what happened is we kind of advanced out of the whole first segment of the game into whatever the second segment will be. I don't know how many segments the game has, but it looks like you were kind of like in summertime and now you're into the fall. It shows some pumpkins and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So every time I play this game, it's fun because I usually balance some story with some side content. Usually we learn some new spells. Today we actually unlocked new crafting abilities and decorations as well, and I started crafting higher level stuff, which was good. Just a great time again. Now here's the thing. We're at the point in the game where now I've been playing it for around like 17 hours in a whole week. definitely the attention is starting to dwindle. This happens with every single long playthrough that I do. Any game that you're playing for about 17, 20 hours, you're going to lose a lot of interest, okay? Likely there's a lot of people who are playing it and don't want to be spoiled, so therefore they're not watching right now. Maybe as they play over the course of this coming week, because a lot of them only started on this last Friday, maybe they will join us for the streams. But overall, the streams are still going well. I'm enjoying them. I want to say thanks to anyone who's still attending them live and supporting them, okay? Today, absolutely, we saw support dwindle. And it's probably, honestly, just a one-off thing, because previously this week, support was great, but support went really low today. We barely hit the level 1 tips goal on the Hogwarts stream, and it is what it is, okay?
Didn't he just say like 2 minutes ago that it didn't matter? It was okay that he got low support and he's not going to dwell on it. And here he is dwelling on it. I mean, I know, Phil, you know, you're worried that HogSnort is going to be the next God of War, which more than likely that's the pattern it's going to follow. Where, you know, once in a blue moon, you'll get a good day in tips. You might hit the $100 tip goal. But on average, you know, you're barely going to scrape by getting that, you know, tier 1 tip goal. It happened with God of War, and it's gonna happen with this playthrough. You're just not, honestly, though, you're just not that interesting. You don't hold the audience. So I look at your chat when you're doing these streams, and no one's talking about the game. You might have 2 or 3 people that might be interested in talk and help you and conversate, but everyone else is just talking amongst themselves about different topics and different things. And the funny thing is today, you even said it on your stream, you said, hey guys, why are you so quiet? And you always say that when their tips are low. So, I mean, that's another tale that you're worried that support is just not there and it's dwindling. And it's true, people aren't engaging because they're kind of bored of you either playing the game or the way you play it. So, I don't see that changing, Phil. And yeah, you better kind of rush through this game and just move on to something else, because I'm not sure, you know, I'm pretty sure HogSnort is not going to save the channel.
I'm not going to complain. I'm not complaining. It's a matter of fact, yeah, it was a slower day today, but that doesn't mean that the playthrough's in jeopardy or anything. I'm going to keep playing it. It's the biggest game right now, okay?
Does Phil give you the confidence that he's not concerned or worried? You could just, I mean, look at the bulging eyes. He's rocking back. He's nervous. I mean, and it's just funny because yet again, you know, he has to kind of reiterate and tell the dance it's not a big deal. It's okay. I'm not worried. And I don't know how many times you have to say you're not worried to make people believe you. I don't, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. Yeah.
The late stream tonight was the continuation of Piece Odyssey, and I'll be honest with everyone, yes, now that we've played this game for like 30 hours, it's definitely nearing the end. It's got to be, and I'm very happy because tonight we made major progress. Again, it's 2 streams back to back. First we did a whole dungeon, then tonight we did a whole memoriam segment, which was only like 40 minutes long. Then we got to another part where we unlocked a new character, and now it seems like we're heading into the actual end game of the game. And that's a good thing. Whatever happens in the next couple streams of this game, I'm hoping we're actually reaching the end. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but with all the other stuff going on right now and the new releases that are coming out next week, I would like to wrap up Piece Odyssey this week if possible, so that way we can have it done before we head into a bunch of new games. So we'll see what happens with that, okay? Support on the stream was pretty bad. I think we raised like $10 in tips, and you know, a good amount of super chats, like 25 bucks in super chats. So again, overall, it's not a world-ending day or anything like that. I'm not complaining, but you know, undoubtedly, this is what idiots on the internet. Oh, he had the worst day ever. Oh, see, everyone hates Phil. Okay, whatever you say, geniuses. You know, one slow day. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, dude. Anyway, I'm not here tomorrow. I will be uploading a new YouTube short in the morning. I'm actually going to upload it tonight and schedule it. So check that out. But I won't be here tomorrow. I come back on Thursday, and this week is going to be an interesting mix of stuff. We got Hogwarts Legacy on the first stream and the return of Warzone to the late stream on Thursday. As I check it out for the first time, this is the new Warzone updated with new game mechanics. Everyone has there's no more backpacks. Everyone has a vest at the beginning. The Gulag is now 1v1 instead of 2v2. There's a lot of new factors involved in this new version of Warzone that I'm interested in checking out and seeing how it pans out in Warzone. So I am going to make a return to it Thursday night. Friday, it looks like it's going to be DSP Reacts actually having its first ever official show, because because people are currently voting on DSP Reacts, and it looks like they want Friday. So it'll be Friday's main stream is going to be my new show, DSP versus the Internet. So it looks like no gameplay on the first stream on Friday, but the late stream on Friday likely will probably do an Oblivion stream. And then that means Saturday would likely be like One Piece Odyssey paired with maybe more Warzone. And then Sunday we're back to Hogwarts. Okay? And Tuesday, double new release, but I already talked about my audience about it today earlier on the Level 1 podcast. I don't think we could play both games. You know, 2 games coming out next week. It's both Atomic Hearts as well as Like a Dragon Ishin. I feel like we got to choose one and play one to start, and then as the schedule opens up a bit more, then consider the second. Which one do you want to see? Think about it. Maybe leave comments on this video, or maybe when I come back on Thursday, share your thoughts. But I just don't see how we're going to do 2 more new games with all the other stuff I'm currently doing, with Hogwarts looking like it's going to be a giant playthrough. I don't think we can support 2 more games right now. We'll have to see. All right, guys? Thanks. Great streaming week. Enjoy the day away tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday refreshed and ready for action. I hope you all will be too. Have a good one. And remember, if you watch anything on this channel during the break, please like the videos, leave comments, and consider maybe a super thanks or a tip. Thank you all. Have a good night. See you Thursday. Peace out, everybody.
There you have it, folks. Our boy Phil is not worried about both HogSnorts and One Tip Odyssey. One Tip Odyssey is just bad. I'm not a fan of JRPGs at all. I don't find them to be interesting. I don't like the mechanics. I hate the fighting mechanics on it. It just reminds me of a glorified Pokemon game, and you guys know how I feel about Pokemon. It's just dull. And then, you know, again, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I've actually watched other content creators that do rarity gameplays, and they're just like Phil, but they're interesting. They talk about the game. They talk about some background information. They provide really good details. They give stories about how they've interacted with the game and stuff like that, and it's interesting. Phil does none of that. Phil will go, "Oh my god, what's that?" Or I can't find it. Where am I supposed to go? Chad, help me. That's all he does, and with the occasional scat joke, and that's just utter trash. But anyway, that's just me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Phil, if you're watching this, hope you and Kat have a wonderful post, or have a late Valentine's Day together, enjoyable. Hopefully you made enough tips to at least get one chicken sandwich, and you guys can share it, and just make sure you get extra fries for our girl Kat. Anyway, peace out.